this one. Good evening. Hair's looking a bit long. I don't usually come on at this time, but I'm just going to sit here and talk for a bit while we're bringing people on. Let's see now, videos. Let's go here. So I'm just going to play a song just to get some things going on. This is Moose.
Told the police were going to come and be.
Get on your feet.
On our
Hold my hand.
It's a great song. So see you in a bit, and you just like next.
Hold my hand. Take me to the light.
So she packed up all the food she could out of
Room is dark and no one can see. That's where we need to be. Be the light that set them free. Come on, get on the train. No longer need to live in the pain. Station 8, platform 32. Get on your feet. Get off your knees. Find the truth will set you free. Lies are like lines in the sky. See them there, there's nowhere to hide. Like the children stolen in the island fire. People dying way too young. Sudden adult death syndrome. Doctors baffled as can be. Come on, get on the train. No longer need to live in pain. Station 8, platform 32. Get on your feet. Get off your knees. Find the truth will set you free. PM, who's a 28? Grow some balls, it's not too late. 90 years is too long to wait. Need to breathe the breath of life. Not be banned from the surgeon's knife. Bravery from a girl, just 16. Come on, get on the train. No longer need to live in the pain. Station 8, platform 32. Get on your feet. Get off your knees. Find the truth, set you free. Take me to where light lives.
Okay. Just having my dinner. The Cardi girls can't come on today. They've for private reasons. Anyway, so family issues. So I've started doing these new interviews. They're different, and I did one yesterday with what was his name?
Yesterday was
The painter. Paul?
no, Phil.
Phil. Sorry, Phil. My head's a bit cooked. So we did Phil yesterday, the painter, which was a great story, but we had no coverage, so we couldn't stream it. Today, for some reason, everything's fine. And today we're doing a story on Steve Crossman. Now, Steve Crossman is the sign writer that does all of Tricky's trucks and stuff like this. And he also decorates our bus. G'day, Richard. And So he's, hey Pam. So anyway, he's going. Thanks, Jay. Thanks, seriously, man. Thanks. Anyway, I'm going to play this now because I don't want to go into the what the fuck boys things. But I'll just tell you, I just want to read this out. If you'll indulge me, just get it here. That's here. So what I'm saying is this is an Exodus series. And what I mean by Exodus is after 5 years, it's clear that for a growing number of Australians, the era of She'll Be Right is over. I think I've spelled that wrong. Welcome to the great Australian Exodus. But while many feel that despite the hardships that they are on the right path, ironically, none of us know for certain where we are going. These interviews are of the people undertaking this historical, spiritual migration. The two men I've interviewed so far are doing this. So there's g'day, Bill. And on things like Bill and some of the interviews I've done would count this, especially the ones done of William. But this one is done of Steve, and I'm just trying to see who is Steve, what are the events that basically sculpted his life, who is he because of that, and it's called The Three Fathers of Steve, and I absolutely loved doing this interview. We drove 89 Ks today in flow. Just to do this interview. Now we're on the way back. Tomorrow we're interviewing David O'Neggs, and but I did there to drive this, and I think Steve was a bit nervous, thinking, "Oh, I'm not so sure," but I managed to blackmail him into sitting down and telling his story, and so these are the trucks that he would do. There he is in the middle. You know, so he done the Emily James trio. There's Emily. Look, Emily. There's Emily, and he did these ones. This is all his work. Now, I'll put up some images as we're going through, but I'll get going with the interview. This is The Three Fathers of Steve.
And she's trying to sleep beneath the poster for a bank. Your dreams are important to us as it your natural gifts. We make wealth from toil. Come pretend for history's page that we're advancing Australia fair. Let's pretend that we're all advancing Australia fair.
Okay, get your thinking caps on, because you're going to have to follow this. Try explain to us, Stephen, how you came to have three fathers.
Okay. So when I was born, or when my mum was pregnant with myself, I was probably one of the very few who was actually at your mum's wedding when, you know, she's 6 months pregnant. And many didn't realise at the time, because it was all taboo back then.
Yeah.
Out of wedlock. And then a guy who was chasing mum when she was a bit younger, who went to Vietnam, he came back from Vietnam and pursued mum, and mum was pregnant with me. And the guy who was the father, or the sperm donor, declined to acknowledge it and didn't want to know anything about it.
Okay, so that's father number one. Biological father doesn't want to know you?
True, but I didn't know at the time, but yeah, until years later.
Yeah.
So, yeah, so mum married who I thought was my real dad.
Number two?
No, yeah, well, yeah.
Just to keep it simple.
Keep it simple.
Yeah.
Who's on my birth certificate and everything.
Yeah. And that's incredible. He's on your birth certificate and he's not your actual biological father. That's extraordinary.
Yeah. And I had no reason to believe otherwise.
Why would you? He's on the certificate.
Especially as a young guy and going to car racing or the football, and he drive sitting in the truck with him and all
So
that.
it was good fun.
Yeah, yeah,
And he seemed to like you.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah. And you still got on with him.
yeah, yeah. I mean, it's changed. We're not like us because I look at things completely different.
Yeah.
But yeah, so anyway, they separated when I was about 4.5, and then we moved away. And
Was that hard?
oh yeah,
So you're actually going thinking you're leaving my father, not realising you have another world of grief to get through because that's not actually your father.
yeah. And so yeah, we moved away, and he used to come and I used to see him every second weekend, and which was great. And
So just you and him together.
yeah, and we'd like to do bloke stuff, I suppose. Go to the car racing or the football, and go to Sandown, and you know.
Did he tell you at any point that, look, you're not actually my kid?
No,
Okay.
no one did.
Wow. Okay, so we've got number 2, number 1. Number 2 sounds nice, but we've still got this big secret. Where's number 3 come in?
Yeah, so after they separated when I was about 4.5, Mum started another relationship a couple of years later or so, and they ended up marrying, and that was when I call him my dad because he was there. He's on my birth certificate. There was a bit of a ruckus that happened apparently, and yeah, I'm not sure exactly the details, but he kind of disappeared out of my life, and we moved. And
Now, how hard was that? One, he's out of your life that you were living together. Then he's out of your life completely. So what was that like?
I can tell you now from my memories and thoughts and feelings on it, spent many a night laying in bed as a young boy in tears.
Yeah. Because what, you don't love me? How can you do without me?
And you know, generational thing, our parents and grandparents didn't communicate with us like we perhaps do these days.
Yeah.
So you saw build up inside like many of us men
Yeah.
and women,
Yeah.
but a lot of men.
Yeah, let's stay focused on men. There's tons of stuff
Yeah.
out there for women.
Yeah.
Let's stay focused. So here's this young lad, meant to keep it all, stiff upper lip, keep it to yourself, but you're actually adrift.
Yeah. So we moved away, and I guess he took on the role of being my stepfather. I learned a lot of good things, but I saw a lot of bad things and witnessed a lot of bad domestic violence and a lot of stuff.
As a young lad growing up, there must have been times where you'd want to step into that.
I did one night. Yeah. When I heard him come home, and he used to go out and probably playing up, him and his mate. And he come home and it started on Mum again, you know. And then I heard a commotion, and something came out of me, the courage to stand up, and instead of just laying there in bed, you know, and I slid my door across because my bedroom was near the lounge room, and walked out to confront him, and Mum was out cold on the lounge room floor.
Wow.
And he told me to get back in your room.
How old were you?
13.
So you're a 13-year-old young man going up against a fully grown man who's just knocked your mum out.
Yeah. And then I went back to my bedroom. I didn't know what to make of it all. And he locked Mum out of the house. So he went back to bed. 2 younger sisters are babies in the other rooms. And I went outside, I got some pocket money, and I went out. Mum was a mess, you know, in tears and emotional. I said, "Call Mum, we're going down to the phone box to ring the police." And we did. The police turned up, but didn't do anything.
That was that time then, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was a pretty traumatic time for Mum.
Did he lose his
and
shit
myself.
after the cops had been?
No, Mum wasn't prepared to press any charges or anything, and it was weird. It was like they were negotiating with the guy who just caused this havoc, and it wasn't the first time. I know other things, but I won't go into those details in respect to my mum. But yeah, it was tough. But yeah, he ended up letting us back inside and all that. But from that moment, Mum was planning an exit strategy.
Yeah. Yeah. So she didn't have the means to go there, and then she started getting ready next
was
time we're
preparing.
gone. Yeah.
And at the time, my grandfather was diagnosed with cancer, so he had about 6 months to live. So we went back basically for those last 6 months. So we left.
Oh, so that was the excuse to use as well? Did the guy come with you?
Mum organised it, so the removals trucks turned up in the morning after he'd left to go to work, and it was all hands on deck because most of the belongings were Mum's from when they first met.
So you absconded.
And we took off.
Was there a fear in the air there that he might turn up?
Yeah, especially when there's guns in the house. Mum had the foresight to hide the ammunition because I know what he was like, and he's not alive anymore. He was a evil man in a lot of ways.
Weak man.
Weak. You know, he'd kill animals for the fun of it, not for like he'd just pop birds off for fun. Or a tortoise on the Murray River, I remember. Or a turtle, sorry.
Yeah.
And he lets him walk down the bank just as he gets to the water and then blows him away. Like watching that as a young boy. And I've got a heart, so I couldn't hurt any animal really. So yeah, that was pretty hard to take. But yeah, we left and.
So with your grandparents, your grandfather's dying. Is this around about the time when suddenly your grandmother tells you something you don't know?
No, years later.
Years later, so they didn't even tell you then?
No, so he ended up passing, and yeah, so...
Did you stay there and live with your
No, we had our own house, and I was very close to my grandparents because they raised me when I was young, before we moved away.
Yeah.
Because Mum was working as well, and two parents working back then, early 70s. So I was very close to them, and then we went to preschool or kindergarten or whatever you call it. Spent time with my grandparents, you know. Swinging a hammer with my grandfather and whatever, you know.
And this is what they talk about, intergenerational learning for young men. Learning from your grandfather.
Yeah.
You know, stuff like this. It's important stuff, which people forget now.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Fond memories.
Yeah. I mean, they're still there. Your whole face changed when you said it. So it's obviously something warm.
Oh, big time, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so... I was gonna say something about that other episode, but yeah, when we moved, the police turned up there that evening after we'd arrived at the new address, like an hour or so away. And he'd threatened the removalists. He asked the neighbours who was there, and they obviously innocently told him, and yeah, and the police come around and said he's on his way, and they left.
Oh my God.
So, yeah, I don't know how Mum was feeling, but I know how I was feeling. I was a nervous wreck.
Yeah.
I'm thinking he's going to come and take us out.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
honestly.
I get it.
He turned up, and actually he wasn't aggressive at all, which was ironic. But
That's interesting.
yeah, he ended up in the psych ward not long after that for a while, for a few days or so. But yeah, anyway, it all turned out reasonably well after all that trouble. And Mum raised myself and my two younger sisters, you know.
So you went back to being just a single mum family then?
Yeah,
How tough was that? Or is it better to have it to yourself rather than having a violent guy around?
Oh yeah, definitely. But I still felt like I needed a male role model, or
Yeah.
just to get that, the other side of,
Yeah.
of becoming a young man as a teenager. And I got that through sport and things like that. And there were certain people, certain men who I looked up to, and they, played that part of a role, I suppose, like a coach or a...
So you're naturally looking for male role models.
Definitely, yeah, yep. So yeah, that was good. And, continued on, finished school, started working, etc.
What did you do? What did you do in school? Was it then that you got into signwriting early on?
Yeah, I wanted to be an architect, but I didn't ask the questions, and I didn't know that, it was possible to do, like, get a HEX loan or whatever, back in the day. I had no idea. Mum was a single parent, struggling to get by. So I just assumed it's not a possibility.
Yeah.
So I didn't even look down that avenue, really, even
Yeah.
though I wanted to do it. And then I remember seeing the guys, sign writing windows on the shop fronts and things, and I was like, oh, that's cool. And that was my sort of interest into that.
Yeah.
And followed that, pursued it, and struggled to get an apprenticeship and things because it was very popular back then. I managed to get one, and
And you were old school. I mean, you're on scaffolding, drawing things
yeah.
with that extra long stick or balance, whatever you call that thing.
Oh yeah, a mail stick, a rest stick.
Yeah.
Yeah, walking the plank, 25, 30 feet in the air,
Yeah.
carrying a tin of paint and brushes and tape measures, and you can't hold on to anything because you
Yeah.
carried everything.
And did you have stencils or anything, or was this just by hand?
We did mostly freehand.
Yeah.
So we become very good at copying things.
So it was an exceptional skill, really, if you could actually by hand.
Yeah, it is. It's like anything. It's you got to learn the ropes, I suppose, and practice and
And
trial
different
error.
fonts and all this.
Yeah. And so it was good. I enjoyed it. I didn't enjoy the heights and the scary situations, Michael. I go to work and it's like, oh yeah, well we're going here today, and I'm like, oh shit, you're kidding me. We've got to get up there, and I didn't like heights. So God, Jesus.
How the hell did you do the job and do it correctly when you're scared of heights? Because most people are scared of heights cannot do heights.
Oh, I shit my pants, like literally. I'd be holding on to grim death,
Yeah.
And my boss, who was down in Gippsland in Victoria, and he was a shorter guy, and I'm tall. And so he'd adjust the plank on them between the two ladders on the side of a building to suit him. So I'm like crouching down trying to... Oh, it's funny.
So you're doing this. What happened? I'm going to get up to the point where you found out about number one father. How'd that come around?
Yeah, when I was about 24, I think it was, I had no idea, absolutely no idea. When I was 14, I went and visited my grandmother, which was my dad's mother, right? And I hadn't seen her since.
Might be careful with that. I know you're short.
Sorry.
But it might go to the mic.
Sorry. Because I hadn't seen her since I was 7.
Yeah, okay.
So I remembered where she lived, and I rode my bike around there and knocked on the door because we moved back to the hometown.
Okay.
And then she nearly fell over.
Wow.
And my cousins always said I was the favourite, and I wasn't even her biological grandson. So she had a special spot in her heart for me.
Yeah.
And she was a lovely lady too, both my grandmothers. And then she gave me his address, so I went and visited him. I caught the train to Melbourne.
What was it like though when she told you? What was that moment like?
Oh, she didn't tell me, sorry.
Oh, she didn't tell you?
No, so that's my dad who's on my certificate's mother.
Yeah, I get that.
And it was my mum's mother, my other grandmother, who told me. But she didn't tell me until I was about 24.
So what was that like to be told that? I mean, did you believe her, or do you think she was...
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I believed her. And especially when she mentioned names, and I was like, oh shit. Like, I know a couple of siblings. You know, it's like small country towns.
Yeah.
Everyone knows everyone.
Yeah. Hadn't you had a date with one of your sisters or something, or gone out or something?
Yeah, innocent date.
Yeah, but you didn't know.
No, at the movies, you know, as
Yeah.
young
Yeah.
teens, like,
But still.
we laugh about it now,
Yeah.
but some people are like horrified. I'm like, I know, but it's like, I didn't do anything.
Yeah.
It was
Well, you
just-
didn't know.
No, it was innocent. Like, it wasn't.
Yeah.
It was only one date, and
Yeah.
yeah, it's just weird. You know, there was obviously a magnetic thing there, energetically.
Yeah.
Without
I'm just
knowing.
wondering about the emotions when you actually get told, because it's sometimes when something's so big, you actually go a bit numb. It's like you're not sure which emotion to
Yeah.
go with. You know?
I think I was like, oh, now it all makes sense.
Wow. Yeah. Wow.
That's what happened. I was like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
Now I understand things, because I had questions. I was like, why is he short and I'm really tall? And I remember going to the Vietnam Veterans Club with him, and he's introduced me to all his Viet mates, you know, who served over in Vietnam. And he's like, oh, this is my son. And they look up at me, and they look at him. And you could tell something's not computing here. It's like,
Yeah.
you sure about that?
Yeah.
I didn't realise at the time, until later. But he's been good anyway, and we've talked about it.
So what did you do then that you're with? Suddenly you've got number one father you didn't know existed is back in. What did you decide to do? You're going to reach out to him? You're going to talk to him?
Yeah, I sat on it for... My mum told me about 6 months later.
Okay.
Oh, probably not that long, actually. And it wasn't long before my nana passed away, who originally told me. And she was the best person to tell me at that time in my life. Because I think if it happened earlier, when I was a teen and when all that other stuff was going on, I think I would have gone really off the rails. I mean, I did go off the rails in my own way, as we
Yeah.
do as teenage boys.
Yeah.
But I think it was good timing and it was meant to be that way. Because I don't think I could have handled it earlier. I wasn't ready for it.
Yeah.
Anyway, my mum ended up sitting me down. But a weird thing happened, Michael. I had a friend, and he said, I was very sceptical about this stuff. And I'm still not sure what to make of it. He suggested I should go and see this lady who was a clairvoyant,
Oh, yeah.
psychic or whatever. So I went, I made an appointment. I'm like, yeah, I'll go and prove this wrong, you know. And when I was there, because I used to do the audio cassettes so you could listen to it when you later.
Yeah.
And when I was there, she said something about my name or something, and I told her what my surname was at the time. She goes, no, that's not right. And I go, well, actually, what's on my birth certificate is this. And she goes, no, you realise you're going from bad to worse here. And I'm like, what does she mean?
Yeah.
This is before I knew.
Yeah.
And I actually took that recording back to Mum, and I said, Mum, have a listen to this. What do you make of this? And she didn't say it, like she just went, oh, I have no idea. It's like, it was weird.
Yeah, I bet.
And apparently Mum went and saw, I think it was the same lady, this is really weird. And the lady told her that it's time. It's time to tell him.
Wow.
But I don't think she got into what she was talking about.
Yeah.
She was picking up on something.
Yeah.
And that's when Mum sat me down, and she was all acting strange, you know. Oh, can we have a talk? I'm like, yeah, what are you talking about, Mum? Of course, we talk all the time. Yeah, and she finally got it out. You know, it was really difficult for her.
Yeah.
And I said, it's okay.
Huge secret to have the whole time.
Yes.
And every day it gets worse.
Yeah.
It gets harder to tell.
Yeah, a quarter of a century, you know.
Yeah.
And the lies and
Yeah.
you know, all just...
And she doesn't want to lose
hiding.
you.
Yeah.
And that'd be her fear. I'm going to tell him I'm
Yeah.
going to lose him.
Yeah.
You know?
And so I let her get it off her chest
Yeah.
and just listened, and I said, it's okay, Mum. I already knew.
Oh, what did she say?
She goes, who told you? And I said, Nana. She goes, the bitch. I said, it's okay. I'm glad Nana told me.
Do you think it was better that your nana told you so you were
Yeah.
prepared for this?
Yeah. And it was good for Mum to go through that process too, because that was
Yeah.
very healing for her too, I think,
Yeah.
after so long.
So how about now are you going to meet this father?
Yeah, I did. I left it for quite a while. So Mum and I spoke more and more about this topic, and there was always questions raised and trying to find out bits and pieces of information. And Mum was my biggest ally. She was helping me.
Yeah.
She was sort of like, yes, trying to help me through mutual friends and find out bits of information.
Yeah.
And it wasn't until I was up in Queensland, because I moved up here when I was 30, so about 2000. And I won't go into all the different details, but I was seeing this lady for a little while, and she encouraged me to try and make contact. We weren't together for very long. It was very brief. And so I took it upon myself to write him a letter. And I still remember posting that letter going, oh
Wow.
no, what's going to happen here? I'm opening a can of worms now.
Yeah.
So, yeah, there's a lot more to it. And in respect of some other people, I won't go too much into it. But
No, but you have told me this story. Tell him about meeting him. So everyone watching thinking, how's he going to meet this father? And you think you're going to meet in a pub, you're going to come around to his house and meet him in his house, have dinner, maybe go for a ride or a walk together. But how did the meeting actually go? Where did he actually meet you?
we met in the car park of a country pub in Victoria, which I drove past here last year, ironically. Didn't even go into the pub. We just stood in the car park for an hour, and that was it. And
This is your biological father.
yeah.
The man who, if he hadn't shared a bit of sperm, you wouldn't exist. 1 hour.
And I knew straight away, yeah, this is true. This is 100%.
Did he look like you, or is he your height, or?
Yeah, similarities for sure.
Yeah.
I was looking at him, he was probably doing the same.
Yeah.
He knew I existed.
And you see, you're meeting this man after all these years. And do you do the Aussie way going, hey, young? And do you
Yeah, pretty much. How are you, mate? Shake hands. How are you, mate? I'm not here searching for my dad.
Yeah.
I'm just like, how are you? Good to meet you.
Just want to meet my dad.
Yeah. Where do
Yeah.
you come from,
Yeah.
I'm not here to cause trouble.
So in a way, you also have some history to who you are. Where do I come from?
Yeah, because that was always a big question once I
Yeah.
found out. So, that was 10 years later after I found out.
Yeah.
So I held it for 10 years before I really did anything with it. And then he didn't want anyone else to know about it.
Yeah.
His own family and stuff, because there's a lot more to it all. So I won't go into that.
That's cool. What was it like for you, though? I'm more interested in your journey with it. What was it like for you getting back in the car going, okay, that was my dad?
Oh, it was fantastic. It's like I got an answer somewhere. I can picture where it answers that question.
So it was like a blank part in your history, and you found the jigsaw piece to go, okay,
Yeah.
that's my parents, that's my father, that's where I come from.
1 hour and I was content.
1 hour.
I drove away with appreciation and happiness, thinking that I didn't think this would ever happen, to actually meet him. Had never spoken to him since. And it's a yearning that I have a bit. I don't hold any grudges or anything towards anyone like himself. I understand we make choices and decisions, and it's, I've done the same when I was younger.
Here's lost, buddy. You're a great guy to know.
Thanks.
I'm serious, man.
Yeah,
Here's
thanks,
lost.
More. I appreciate it. But, I've gained a couple of siblings, or 3 siblings out of that. That had a bit of a story to it too, and had a couple of siblings contact me about 2 years ago out of the blue after I contacted the younger one years ago, 14 years ago.
And it's strange, isn't it? It's like these huge gaps of time.
Massive.
you know?
Mm.
So we're
And-
like trying to avoid it, hoping to go away, but something inside must be going, no, I can't, no matter how much time I've got, I can't cut this. I have to contact him.
And I'll tell you, when I got those 2 separate phone calls, especially the first one and the second one, it was amazing.
Why was it amazing?
Because I just got this phone call out of the blue, and I was like, I won't mention names, but I was like, hey, how are you?
Yeah.
Like, I've been waiting for this call, you know?
All your life.
Yeah, years.
Yeah.
Because I wanted the siblings to know.
Yeah.
Because in my opinion, you know, if I had siblings, I'd want to know.
You've done nothing wrong in this equation.
No, it's just circumstances and
Yeah.
life. And so, you know, and one of the siblings said to me, the one I told years ago, 14 odd years ago, 16 years ago, and then she shut down on me. I think it brought up too much
Yeah.
family stuff, and so, you know, sort of like, oh, you go and hide under the rock again. Sorry, I forgot where I was going with that.
Oh, just the other siblings called you and you were excited by the
Yeah,
calls.
yeah, because it was 14 years later, and it was like 20, I don't know, nearly 10, 20, 18 years or something.
Were they excited to have a big brother?
Yeah, but, you know, all the questions come out. How do you know? Are you sure? Would you have a DNA test?
Oh, I see.
Oh, yeah. And at first I was like, oh, I'll think about it. But then when I sort of found out the last few years about all that sort of stuff, I've never had one, I was like, no, it ain't happening. And I said, well, this is what I know.
So you're not going to prove your existence?
No, I was pretty much resigned to the fact, well, if they don't believe me and they don't look into it and trust their own hearts and minds.
It's not like you were asking for anything.
No, not at all.
1 hour in your whole life, I mean, come on.
Yeah, so anyway, they came round. And when they met me, again, like a couple of them I'd already met years and years ago, but they didn't know, and neither did I at the time. When we met in person, they knew straight away. They're like, oh my God.
How did they know? I'm guessing, but how do you think they knew?
Oh, mannerisms, things that I was doing, which I'm not aware of.
And you have grown up completely separate from them.
Yeah.
And yet, so
100%.
the mannerisms must be in you,
In
your
genes.
DNA, in
Yeah,
your genes.
DNA,
Yeah.
yeah. And I didn't know. I'm like, why are you looking at me weird? It's like, oh, well, geez, that's Dad all over, she's saying, you know.
Wow.
Just the way you say something, or your expressions, or your even movement. And I'm like, oh, really? I had no idea. You know? So in the end, they obviously come to the conclusion that, well, we don't need a DNA test. This is obvious,
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah.
And because I wasn't going to have one anyway.
Has he passed since?
No, he's still alive.
Still alive, but no contact since.
No, he has asked about me to the girls, siblings. So he knows, they know. But yeah, it's a bit complex. So
These are the lives we lead.
yeah. But my life's just one story in, you know, thousands of.
Yeah, I realise that, but if we don't tell our own individual stories, how can we relate to each other? You know, it's a beautiful story. It's beautifully sad, tragic, and still love's trying to find its way through. It's
Yeah.
gorgeous, man.
Yeah, thanks, Paul.
Yeah. Seriously. I'm going to take a break here.
When I met Jesus Christ, he was almost 10 years old. And he was helping his mother push a trolley full of all they owned. And because they couldn't find an inn they could get in, they were heading to the city and leaving Bethlehem. Couldn't you perform a miracle? I'm out of them, he said. I tried turning nothing into warmth, but it just made my mother cry. It just made my mother cry. Mary Magdalene has become a man, and tonight
Okay, so moving on with your life now, you become an entrepreneur, small business person, and you've had quite a few businesses, haven't you, over the years?
Yeah. I delve in a few different things.
What do you like about starting businesses?
I think I like the creating something from scratch,
Oh, yep.
especially when people don't think it's possible, or they think you've lost your mind.
Yeah.
Because I've had that a few times.
So you like the challenge of it?
Yeah, it's a challenge, challenging yourself, but also challenging other people too, their perceptions of you, and just because they might not believe they can do it, they automatically assume that you can't do it.
Or they don't want you to do it.
Or they don't want you to do it.
Because
100%.
then you're going to make them realise that the only reason they didn't do it is because
Yeah.
they decided not to.
Yeah, it was like when I moved to Queensland in 2000, and I came up here for a holiday for a few weeks, and I went back to work and gave 4 weeks' notice.
4 weeks' notice?
Yeah, and everyone, and guys I worked with and that were like, "Oh, you're lucky. I wish I could do that." And I'm like, "Well, it's just a decision."
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not anything special. I've just made a decision.
Yeah.
I'm moving.
Yeah.
I'm pursuing what I want to do.
Now, how the government, ever since I've been a kid, all the government ever says, small business is the backbone of the economy. So, how do you feel as a small business person the government is supporting the backbone of the economy? Do you feel they're really behind you, helping you
Not
realise your dreams?
Yeah, not at all. Not at all. They just want more, take more rules, more regulations. I mean, I'm only one of many thousands of small business owners, and many are doing it tough.
Yeah.
Extremely tough. The costs of everything, and staff, trying to find workers.
How about even employing people with all the rigmarole around that?
Yeah, well, I chose not to employ anyone full time, and that I've tried it in the past. Ended up in disaster and a lot of pain, financially and everything else. You spend all that time trying to train someone and give them an opportunity. It's like, hey, this is right on your doorstep here now. Because I found it really difficult to secure an apprenticeship in the industry. So now I just use contractors, but that has its own set of challenges.
So even though you want to train someone up, it's just not viable.
No.
Because once you train them up, they just take off anyway.
Yeah. Yeah, and I had a strong desire to pursue what I wanted to do, so I chased it until I got it, and then continued on with that. Whereas I find now that there's not that desire now
Do you
as
think
much.
that's because though they can go, well, why bother? There's no houses we can afford. We've got to pay for everything. So it's not that the young people aren't like us. It's just the carrot we had was if you work hard, you could achieve the great Australian dream. Where we know, no, that dream is dead.
Yeah, it's a completely different world, and I'm with you, Michael. Like, I have a lot of respect for young people because there's good and bad in every generation. There's lazy people in every generation, but then there's others who, have got a lot of get up and go and ambition and creativity, etc.
Are you seeing a downturn in business now? There's some people saying we're in a recession. Are you seeing any evidence of that?
Not personally. I'm probably busier than I've ever been. I've sort of created my own little nightmare in a way. So I'm not seeing that, but it's just not the return on the time and the investment that you put in now than it was, I think. It's harder. It's much harder.
Oh, so you work for less now, basically?
Yeah, longer hours. Much longer hours and less money. Like, honestly, I make probably less than the average person on a wage. a weekly wage.
This is what I've heard from small business owners everywhere. Everyone thinks you're in a small business. You must be.
Oh, you're doing well, yeah.
You must be doing it well, you know, like Bill Gates. But in actual fact, you're
Yeah.
making less than Uber Eats delivery driver.
My contractors make a lot more than I make.
Yeah.
And they just blow in and blow out. They come and do a few hours, a couple of days, and they're gone.
Yeah.
No stress, no headaches.
How about stuff like BAS and all this you got to do every 4 months? Is that finding the time to do these things? Do you think there could be an easy way to do it, or something less stress on you, or do you feel it works?
Yeah, I'm implementing changes now with things, and you know, I've had help with that sort of stuff, the accounting side of it. So I can't take credit for that, but you know, it's a full-time mission, just trying to keep on top of everything else.
How about with AI breathing down your neck as well? What's that, or is it going to benefit your business?
Yes and no. I mean, at the moment, I'm looking at getting a virtual assistant from overseas. As much as you know, I see the pros and the cons for this sort of thing. It's like, okay, we're denying someone in this country a job, but then if you can't afford to employ them, or you're giving an opportunity to someone in, say, the Philippines, who has very little, and then from what I can see and understand, they're more dedicated, and you know, they've got that ambition, that drive to succeed.
Yeah, I think it's interesting though, because I know someone else who employs Filipinos, but the wage they'll be getting is huge in their world.
Yeah,
Where in our world, it's cost of living is so tough that the wages, you're literally working to be the poor.
yeah, yeah, definitely. And AI, you know, I was probably like a lot of people that don't agree with it, but I see a place for it. But obviously, I'm concerned about where it's going to go with everything as well.
Yeah.
You know.
And then the other thing that you do is up here there's Tricky, who's a major activist, and you do all his trucks and banners as well. Is it banners as well?
Yeah, yeah. I through one of the Guardians, Steven, at a rally, big rally.
As he uses to protect the rally from anyone causing any trouble.
Yeah, just to keep the peace, basically. And that was the first rally I ever went to, and that was in 21 or 22 November. And I think there would have been up to 100,000 people. It was huge for Brisbane. And that was the first one I went to. I'd been watching them more online. I've been watching you guys in Melbourne, and you know, because I'm from down there originally, and so I still got there's a place in my heart for that place and the people. And obviously felt like I need to do something. You know, can't just sit there behind a screen and watch it. So I went to that rally and reached out to one of the Guardians, and he passed on my card to Tricky, and we ended up having a chat. And because I had several billboard trailers and billboard truck and printers and things like that. And started working with Tricky and People's Revolution, and you know, I think at one stage there we had 3 billboard trailers out and a little billboard truck as well.
Wow.
Travelling around Brisbane, Gold Coast, getting the drivers, they're all volunteer drivers, towing these around and driving. Pretty controversial at the time. Some of the...
Did that affect your business?
I was a bit concerned about it.
Yeah.
Especially when you've got these billboard trailers turning up at your premises where you're working from, and people can see them pulling in the driveway. It's pretty obvious. But it didn't really, it didn't bother me too much. I was a little bit concerned, but just pursued it and kept going with it. You know, I believed in what we're trying to get across.
And for people that don't know, you're the man that decorates Florence.
Yeah. It's another one, the same. I followed you, and when you and Cret and Wendy were travelling, and back in Melbourne with all the protests, etc., the shrine and everything. So I felt like I knew you, like a lot of us do. I think you watch someone often enough, you feel like you know them in a sense, energetically.
Yeah, I get that a lot.
Yeah,
it's really lovely actually. Yeah.
And then when you just come down around the top of Queensland and coming down towards Brisbane, and I reached out to Tricky and I said, I think you should have a chat with Michael. And he didn't know much about you. And I said, honestly, Tricky, I really believe that an interview with Michael would be a really good thing. And he must have taken my suggestion on, and he has a couple of times with different things.
Yeah, it was great. He came to the hotel. He was a bit nervous at first. I think he was thinking, I don't want to do this. And he told me he doesn't like doing interviews. But I got so much respect for him that it just worked. And it worked really well. And yeah, so it was a great interview. So that was fantastic. But that was the day we did then. We did the Romanian girl. Then there was like in one afternoon. We did 3 interviews that just went nuts.
Yeah.
In this one hotel room.
Well, it started in Brisbane that's when I first met you, and Cret and Wendy, and Tricky was there. When there was like, I don't know, a couple hundred people there.
Yeah.
200 or 300 probably.
Yeah.
And William Bay, and there was a few speakers.
Yeah.
And it was a pretty good event.
Yeah. That was the first time we got William Bay on stage. And that got cancelled twice before we found a venue that would hold us.
Yeah.
So we were in a time where they didn't want us.
Yeah, that's right.
And not just the upper echelon, even society didn't want us.
Yeah.
So it was a strange time. And have you done any protesting before that?
No, never. I have in a different way. Like I've been I guess a kind of an activist in a little way, like, because I ran a health and fitness expo on the Gold Coast in 2003, which I mentioned to you. And, with Eve Hillary and, a couple of other speakers and authors and nutritionists, and it was all about living a better, healthier life, and that was sort of my vision, I guess, at the time. And learned a lot through those early days, 20-odd years ago, about the corruption and, TGA and.
But you weren't actually out there stickering for people or anything.
No, in a different way. I was trying to educate and empower people.
Yeah.
Through others, not through myself, but
yeah,
bringing people together and then educate the masses, sort of thing, and help them.
Yeah.
But we were pretty early on that. We were before the kind of the health revolution of everyone going to gyms and.
Yeah. Which is interesting, because we've grown up with Norm, Life Be In It, all this other stuff, and everything you buy at the supermarket goes gluten-free. The milk, I love it because the milk goes lactose-free, and I think all milk is lactose. So what's in the, but for all of it, so many people are sick and fat, so it's a really strange time. But the other thing is like me, and it's like other interviews I've done recently, we are living fossils or living museums, because we can remember a time, no computers. I mean, you used to do sign writing by hand, write it by hand, not computer print it out and just glue it on.
Yeah.
So we've done that time, and now here we are on the precipice of digital ID, the WHO running the world, whoever the hell they are, and all these other things happening. What's that like watching this? Does it get exhausting? Are you excited by it? Do you think digital ID is a good thing?
Look, there's an element of worry and concern, for sure. I try to be optimistic, but I try to be a realist too, because, blind optimism can be deadly.
That's right.
Literally.
That's right.
So, look, as far as Australia goes, this country, I mean, I am concerned, and I sort of do have a bit of a plan B if things get really bad, but that'd be obviously to move. But I hope it doesn't get to that.
Are you seeing a great change in the people, or do you think everything's gone back to normal now?
There's two worlds going on, really. Seems like a lot of people, everything's fine, but then you talk to others, and then when they're real and share, when you get to know them a little bit, and it's obvious that it's not all great.
Yeah.
Maybe it is for some on the surface.
Because you said you were listening to a conversation of someone just today.
Yeah.
and they didn't know you, didn't know your stance, and they're talking about this.
Yeah, two guys, two strangers. They were just having a chat, and I happened to overhear, and I was sort of nodding my head, sort of engaged with them a bit, talking about everything, the digital IDs and, you know, money and the value of the dollar and the crypto stuff and all that sort of stuff. It was interesting. I was like, oh, this is just happening in a random conversation between two strangers. I just happened to be there at the time.
Yeah.
Ended up chatting with one of the guys. I was like, oh, he's on the same page. He knows what's going on,
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah.
So they're out there, and you never know where they're going to be either.
Yeah. You can't tell them apart.
No.
No.
Yeah, they haven't got a big sign above their head.
Yeah. Going back, bringing this back around now, you didn't become a father.
No.
And was that through choice, or just you just haven't met someone to have a child with?
Oh, well, I almost was twice. The first time when I was about 25, I had a holiday romance in Queensland. And I don't know, I don't think I was in the right headspace, maybe. I don't know. And she chose to sadly abort,
Yeah.
which has played on me a lot later in life.
Feeling that you had a chance then to have a child.
And I think it did on her too, because I believe she never had a child.
Wow.
I did see her years later. Just
And
as a
what about
catch-up.
the second time?
Yeah, my ex-wife, first wife, she fell pregnant, but sadly had a miscarriage, and that affected us too. Like I just wasn't in a good headspace. I don't think. Still trying to navigate through my own journey of life.
Which is what we are all doing. This life is just an odyssey. And, I mean, you're born, you know, you're in this thing, but when you're born, you're not given any, okay, here's the manual for Steve. You'll need this. Here's the reference of contacts and the helpline in case you get stuck. You can call God here and, you know, someone will help you out. Nothing.
Yeah, it's like a blank book.
Yeah, that's
You work
right.
it out.
That's right.
No.
And then through your life, what will happen is you'll get to places where you think, okay, yep, I can see that I'm going to get old now and be here. And then divorce, separation, COVID,
All sorts of things, yeah.
injury, you name it. And suddenly that all gets ripped up and life hands you another book. Okay, this is the third book of Steve.
Start again.
Start again. Page 1.
Yeah.
Fuck. You know.
I thought I'd been through this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So up to now, I want to say one thing, but I want to end on that. Up to now, what lessons have you learned from life on the Steve journey? As if your life was a journey you'd undertaken, and now here is someone taking a report. What have you learned? Either good or bad.
I learned a long time ago, and I mainly did it for myself through reading books, and I used to listen to a lot of audios and went to seminars and things when I was younger, and trying to learn and grow myself. And one of the biggest things was having forgiveness, but not so much for everyone else that's maybe harmed you or done harm, but forgiving them, but also forgiving yourself. And the main thing is like forgiving someone else for their wrongs. They've obviously got their own trauma and stuff. I understand, appreciate that. Doesn't mean it's an excuse, but it just means it happens.
Yeah. That's the realist in you.
And maybe they don't know how to deal with it, or they're not aware of it, or But yeah, that was the big thing, was to forgive others for yourself. So you don't have that hurt and that hatred or that anger.
Yeah.
Because that'll eat away at you.
Yeah.
So-
It's like Lee says, the pharmacist, it's like holding onto a cactus.
Yeah. Yeah, and it's gonna continue to hurt you.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, and some other people didn't really understand that when I was going through that process. Because I've forgiven, everyone, really. Doesn't mean I forget, never forget. But I don't hold on to that anger like I used to when I was younger. And so I think that's probably been one of the biggest things. Never give up.
Do you think now, like when you were younger, you were in the right headspace, but now I think you'd actually love being a father, I'm guessing.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure. Helped with stepchildren, stepkids and things. And, but I've always known I'm not there to replace their father. I'm just sort of an add-on and try and help them through their path of life as well in my own little way without taking over. I was never trying to take over someone else's role.
Yeah.
I always have respect and appreciation for them, no matter what I think of that person or...
Yeah.
But yeah, it's sort of... It's got to be a bit more later in life, I think.
Why would you enjoy being a father now? What would you like to give?
Well, I don't know. It's... we're not getting younger, Michael.
I know that's the thing, but it's just interesting to see in it. You know what I mean? Because people don't realise that it's hard having them, and when you got them, there's so much cost. There's fear. There's always worry, but there's a connection. It's deep.
Well, that's probably the biggest thing that I notice, just through, seeing others with their young kids or whatever, and the love and that, like my mate Sean, who you've met, when I hear him talking to his daughter on the phone, who's a wee little thing, he lights up.
I've got a friend from my past family. He got he's with a woman who's about 10 years younger than him, 10 or a bit more actually. They had a little baby girl. And when I heard he was pregnant, I was thinking, you're mad, absolutely mad. But then I met the little girl. And then I'm thinking, so let's be mad.
Yeah.
What the hell?
Yeah. Yeah. That's it. It's a gift. It's a special gift.
The other gift, if it wasn't for COVID, brother, we would have never met.
No. I know. Same with Tricky.
Tricky.
Like I did Wade, Billboard Battalion's bus and got to know them quite well. And I know everyone's doing their different things and all that.
But this is it, in this movement, I know we were talking about infighting at that speech I did at the weekend. But what I'm trying to get across to people is we found each other, which is how we got through. And we enriched our lives by finding each other.
Yeah.
There's no other tribe out there waiting to adopt our orphans.
No, that's it. Yeah. So I've made some great friendships, and like you said, we'd never have passed each other, prior to the last 5 years. It's funny how we, at the time when we're all going through stuff, so many of us felt like we were on our own. Is it just me? Where is everyone? And then they just all come out of the woodwork,
Yeah. I'm going to pose one more question to you now, and we did this. I haven't given you any written questions, so you didn't know what was coming.
No.
It's clear to me that you don't need anything from your father. You're not going to ask him for money.
No.
You're not going to ask him, I don't want to disturb your life. But if you did get another chance to sit down with your father, actually sit down with someone, is there anything, just in case he's even watching, is there anything you'd like to communicate you feel is inside you? It'd be nice to hand over or something.
Oh, I'd definitely like to have the opportunity to sit down with him, and whether it's just another hour or whatever it is, I'd be content with that again for another, maybe, who knows? He's not going to be around forever. So, and that's a little part that niggles at my heart a little bit. That wonder is, am I going to get that opportunity? Because I don't know. And I don't want to be the stranger at the funeral, standing in the background. And everyone goes, who's that?
That's his son.
And some people will know. I guarantee it. But I've contemplated that if that gets to that, maybe I will do that. I don't know.
But there's no animosity towards him.
Nah, not at all. He's young. I was the same at that age. I did things, you know. What they say, planting seeds, or whatever you want to call it.
The other last thing I want to do, this is the second interview now. I'm doing this differently now. We could get into rabbit holing and stuff, but I believe that the era of she'll be right is over. You agree?
Yeah.
And what I think is happening is there's a spiritual exodus happening where people are going, okay, we don't want to go where the government's taking us, but we don't know where to go. But it's like you and your mum, when your mum was preparing to leave. It's like spiritually we're stirring and we don't want to go anymore down this path.
Yeah.
We want to get back or go forward to a luckier country. Do you feel that that's happening? Do you sense that there's... I mean, I see it happening in you, which is why you're doing the work you're doing. But do you see it? Do you feel it around?
As in... Sorry.
With other people, that there's... People are hungry for something more than what's just been offered.
Yeah, I think so, for sure. There's a yearning there somewhere deep down, I think, for many. Surface level stuff, regardless of how much money you have and possessions. I think deep down there's a yearning by most, majority, I would say, if they're truly honest with themselves.
Well, as someone said to me the other day, he's never seen a hearse hauling a U-Haul.
Yeah, absolutely.
Thanks for the great chat, brother.
Thanks, Noel.
No worries.
It's been wonderful.
Back down the road, I found the church we built on the black man's bones was empty, and out the front a sign read all but sold. A sign read all but sold, and we all owe so much money, but to whom we're not quite sure. So head down, we just keep running along our fading golden shores. So head down, we just keep running along our fading golden shores. Come give us your